Our own mind is the greatest cheater in the world. It will make thousands of different reasons to go its own way. There are three ways of handling this cheat, who is nothing but a bundle of thoughts creeping into the conscious mind. First, to treat him as a friend and give him full satisfaction. This is a very long and tiresome way because he is never satisfied. Second, to treat him as an enemy and with all force try to get rid of him. This is only possible by the grace of the divine because the mind has got two very powerful weapons, the discriminating intellect and the imaginative faculty. These two fellows can convince even God himself that black is white. The third way is the way taught by Sri Ramana in the days of silence at the foot of sacred Arunachala. This way, which has been adapted by his foot to treat the mind as a patient, or rather several patients who are coming to a doctor to complain about their various ailments. First, the fool slow down his breath as much as possible, but only to the point where there is no discomfort. To this fool, to breathe per minute is the proper speed. But that may not be possible for you because this fool has practiced for a long time. You may be able to decrease your breathing to 8 to 10 per minute. In the beginning, don't get to level where you are uncomfortable because the discomfort will give rise to the thoughts. This fool decided to receive 20 patients before closing the dispensary of the heart. He calls out number 1 and he waits for thought patient number 1 to come. The thought patient may say, Srimati, such and such is not well. Shri, so and so is worried. Then this foolish doctor say, oh, you are number 1. Very good. The name of Lord Muruga will cure you. Thank you very much. Then he calls for number 2 and he waits till the second patient is entering the room. Mr. So and so may get mukti this life. He says, very good. You are number 2. The whole world is benefited if one soul get liberated. Thank you very much. Number 3, 4, 5 and so on are dealt with the same way. When all the 20 thought patients have come and gone, the doctor closed the room of the heart and no one else is allowed to come inside. Now he is alone. Now there is a time for Atma Vichara. He asked himself, to whom have all these thoughts come? Then who is the receiver of the thought? Then who is the receiver of the thought? Then who is the receiver of the thought? I. Now the mind is centralized in the source itself. Then who I am? Then who I am? Then who I am? 3 times he slowly repeats the same question along with the outgoing breaths. Then he in that same slow manner answers, to me, to me, to me. Then who am I? Then who am I? Then who am I? All question and answers are repeated 3 times very slowly. This I is not a thought. This I is not a thought. This I is not a thought. However, you should also know that even if the doctor has closed the dispensary door, some patients may come and peep through the window to complain about their ailments. At the beginning of Atma Vichara, the patients at the window are many. In the same way, although the door to the cave of the heart is closed, some thought may occur at the time of dhyana. For example, Mr. Iyer's Sushmana Nadi has opened up. Since the patient has not come at the proper time, the doctor does not attend him. the breath comes to an end and the attention is concentrated 100% on the sound caused by the palpitation of the heart. As if the sound would give the answer to our questions. This is nothing but the pranava itself. If during this time the Shakti which was static is converted to movement or become dynamic, trance will occur. The primal energy reaches the space between the eyebrow. Shivakalpa Samadhi will occur. If the energy rises up to the top of the head, Nirvikalpa Samadhi will occur, which is nothing but the self itself. Instead, he continues the quest. To whom has the thought of Mr. Iyer come? To me, to me, to me. Then who am I? Then who am I? Then who am I? Dearest, in all humility, this fool has blabbed something about how he tries to establish himself in the experience of Ananda, which is no different from the self itself. With all my love to you, Ramanagiri, in him, Om.